Hello everyone, it is Selene. I'm in my stamping studio today, coming to you live. I just want to make sure that I am in the right place, so I am looking for the feed. Never dull, never dull. Let's see. Let's go this way. Oh, look, I found myself. It's a miracle. It's a Christmas miracle. Never dull. Okay, let's see. There we go. Oh, I'm trying to shut off my sound. Perfect. All right. So I'm going to share this over to our creative community. If you're not a member of our community, let me know and we can get you in there. Oh, look, I have paint on my glass. Nothing will be more satisfying than scraping that off. Here we go. I do everything on this mat when I'm not online. It's fun. But today I want to do some Stella watercoloring. So, might help if I have Stella on the table. Oh, there's one right here. That's good. But before I do that, I wanted to talk a little bit about today. It's a big day for demonstrators. It's a great day for demonstrators because we get to pre-order from the new catalog. So, let's see. The new catalog looks like this, and I didn't want to be tempted to share the inside pages with you because I'm not allowed. So I just left the wrapper on that it came in. This is my untouched catalog. I did get one at Onstage, which was our annual convention. But it is a beautiful catalog front. It's got like leaves going around the side. And really, I think that the catalog cover is pretty awesome in that it talks or it focuses on the gathering. And, you know, that's what crafting does for me. So it helps bring us all together, and that makes me happy. Just give a shout out when you get here so that I know that everything's going okay. I can give you also the highlight of my week. I got a card in the mail from Stampin' Up Corporate. Look at the heat embossing on this, and it looks like it was splattered. I knew that when it came in the mail that it was going to be something special the minute I saw that heat embossed edge. And what do you know, it's a card from Shelly Gardner congratulating me on my 800,000 last October. And inside she apologized for being so late. Can you even imagine being Shelly Gardner and writing out a card and apologizing for anything? Wow. I'm so impressed. I don't know what this is, but it's so cool. It's like gold thread, and I'm gonna put it up in my studio because it's a keeper for sure. So thank you, Shelly, for the card. Hey, Cheryl, good to see you. So this is my first card that I designed for my club this month, which is coming up. It is featuring the Garden Meadow stamp set. And I haven't designed with it yet. I was intending to use a stamp set and bundle that went out temporarily and it's not available. So I'm back to the drawing board. I've been busy the last couple days trying to get all of that done. Now, before we go any further, I'm just gonna put a disclaimer here that if you don't like to see surprise stuff, you can stop the video right here. But we had a pre-order today, and I'm so very excited to be sharing with you some things that I was able to get because I went to convention or Onstage, and it's kind of confusing to see. So a fellow demonstrator made this pre-order cheat sheet for us so that we could see all the items that are on pre-order, and I thought it might be kind of fun to open my box with you guys here. So let me see. This is I'm gonna start. I know the sweets are there, but I'm gonna just start with one item at a time. This is the Country Country Lace Designer Series paper, and you're the first. I am cutting into it with you guys. So here we go. I was so tired today that instead of reaching for my lip balm, I reached for my glue. Like I was going to put that on my lips today. The struggle is real. All right, Country Lace. Here we go. So, ooh, this looks like smoky slate. And here's the back side. Ooh. Cheryl, this looks like the new beige that we had. Cheryl showed that last night on our weekly Zoom. Oh, okay, I'm loving this one. So this is Misty Moonlight, obviously. And Petal Pink. Look at this color palette. I wonder what color that is. Oh, it's Petal Pink, the same color I had my nails done this week. And then there's that basic beige again. And this looks more in between, like a granite. So one of my things I'm going to do for the new catalog, and you guys will have to stay tuned for it, from my email list, I am going to go through all the papers because we have a ton of them this year. And I'm going to do colors because they were not easily found in the new catalog. So I'm going to do that resource before it even goes live to customers. If you're a demonstrator, you can pre-order this stuff today. And you know, Cheryl, I am seeing, she said that it looked a little bit greener than the old Sahara sand. And it absolutely is. Here's another layer here. So pretty though. So this is smoky slate and gray granite together, I'm guessing. And there's that Petal Pink again. How do I know the colors? Oh, they're just so pretty together. Wow. Super soft. Modern vintage, I'd call that. And that one is called Country Lace. So demonstrators have the opportunity to pre-buy some of these items today. Well, actually, all of these items. We can't pre-buy everything that's in the catalog, but we can pre-buy these items. And this was also available for people who went to the onstage convention. So this one is the one right beside it, the Country Woods. And this is also available in a starter kit. So if you're not a demonstrator and you join with me or with your team lead, whoever you craft with, you can earn some of these, or you can get some of these items with your starter kit, and then you can participate in the pre-order. Is that not stunning? In the catalog, it just doesn't do it justice, but touching it, I just see beach all the way. Like, oh, I love it. All right, here, I'm going to pick that up and lay stuff on top of it so you can see both sides as we go. So this one is a darker gray. I'm going to call it basic gray. I am not looking at the colors right now, but on the back of every designer paper, it tells you what they are. So basic beige, basic gray, crumb cake, early espresso, gray granite, misty moonlight, pecan pie, petal pink, pool party, smoky slate, and wild wheat. I would say based on the first two packs, I'm going to need to take out stock in Petal Pink and Misty Moonlight because those are, oh, look at how beautiful that is. That's the front. That's the back. So like a wood grain. I love wood prints. When that's got pink in it, it is Petal Pink, but it almost has like a coral feel to it as well. It's so pretty. My goodness. All the different textures, and it's all in the designer paper. So you just cut a little strip and put it on your project and you're good to go. Wow. Thank you, Stampin' Up, for all these cool patterns. Okay, so this one is called Country Woods. And this is available on pre-order. It's 163393, and that's for all demos or for starter kit purchasers. Most of the people on my team, the majority, just want their own discount, so they that's why they signed up to get a kit. So it's an ongoing discount, you know. So let's see. The next thing, I want to stick with the papers, so I'm going to. Well, maybe I shouldn't skip around. It's just I don't want to dig to the bottom of the bucket not to find things, you know. Let's see. I am literally digging through a giant box of stuff. Let's see. Adhesive backed pearl trios. We'll put those to the side for a second. In Color Gems, In Color Dots, resin dots. So these are sparkly, these are matte. I'm not excited. Okay, we got all of these like paper packs, dies. Oh my goodness. I'm not overwhelmed. Okay, can I just tell you, the eyelet embossing folder, I've already used it, but check out the size of these embossing folders. They are like the size of your cutting pads. To give you an idea, this is one of our piercing mats, and look at the size of this compared to a piercing mat. Isn't that huge? So this is the dotted circles and the So Swirly embossing folder. My daughter, who does a lot of embossing for me, said, oh my gosh, Mom, I'll be able to emboss 2 card fronts at one time. And I'm like, oh, that's my girl. Hey, Judy. So yeah, these new embossing folders, they're much larger size-wise. Okay, I'm going to put those over there so I don't get confused. Let's go to In Color paper. I have already cut into this one to make a card, and I'm not locating it right now. I don't know what I did with it, but I will be sending it out. If you're on my email list, I typically send free directions every so often, and I have some coming down the pipe with these 2 colors, which is Pretty in Pink, and I need my catalog so I can know the color names, but the new, I think it's a clover color, but Pretty in Pink is returning. So I don't know, when I see these 2 colors together, I see 1980. There's also another, like a summer splash color, and this one, I'm hoping that you see the difference. It's very close to this, but this is definitely clover, and this is more, goes with Pool Party. Here, let me grab Pool Party. So here's Pool Party, and here's that new, so it's in that Coastal Cabana kind of family. Okay, and then I should know all these colors by now, but I haven't really had a lot of time. Petunia Pop is that color, and it is, let's compare it. So this is Fresh Freesia. Ooh, that goes really nice with Petunia. And then this is Highland Heather. So it's kind of a different purple. I think it goes better with the Freesia. And then this is Blackberry. It does go nice with Blackberry, but I think, I don't know, not so much Highland Heather. You guys can make the decision as we go, right? Let's see. I'll grab the ink pads and then I'll know what they're called. Summer Splash is that, it's the bluish green. Whoa. You'll be happy to know that all of these colors are available in blends, and I got them all. So let's see. This one is Peach Pie. So that's this one. And it's definitely, would be a good duo with Petal Pink, I think. Because Petal Pink are my fingernails. Let me see. This has Petal Pink in it, to give you an idea. So there's the Petal Pink and the Peach Pie together. I kind of like those. Okay, so that's the In Colors. Oh, I guess I didn't give you the green name. I know it's Clover something here. This is so fun to go through. It feels like Christmas morning. Oh, Shy Shamrock. I've been calling it Clover, and I could have been calling it Shamrock. I love that. Hey, Mary Jo. Oh my gosh. So, Shy Shamrock, Petunia Pop, Summer Splash, Pretty in Peach, Pretty in Pink, and Peach Pie. What do you think? Pretty awesome, huh? Ugh, I love them. So while we're on this color scheme, there's another suite that features that paper. So let's just go through the papers first, and then we can go from there. This one is all In Colors, I believe. It is Unbounded Beauty. It also has Calypso Coral, Berry Burst, but it has all, and Pretty Peacock, but it has all the In Colors in it. Let me get a scissor so I don't destroy my paper because I'm good like that. I'll be all excited and just hack it open. All right. This is just so much better in person. The catalog doesn't do it justice, but here we go. Let's go one at a time again. I'm gonna need more room on my table, huh? Okay, so we're gonna go, that is gorgeous. I didn't see it. Looking at the book, I'm like, oh, this paper's too foo-foo. It's not for me. In person, it is take your breath away pretty. Wow. Okay, and so my team meeting is going to use this bundle this weekend, Sunday. So if you're on my team, this is the bundle I'm going for, the Unbounded Love. And that paper is the one that matches. Let's see if I can find the dies that go with. My box is pretty full. Let's see, Unbounded Love dies. Let's grab those and we'll open them. Like squirrel. I will show you the whole bundle. So there's that paper. And then Hope is Believing in a Brighter Tomorrow. Love Never Gives Up. Faith is Being Sure of What We Cannot See. I love builder phrases like that. So you got the scripty font and then the straight words. Now you know that when you stamp with something like these, because the font is so tiny and so fine, you're going to need your specs. I'm just kidding. You want to stamp easy. So you ink up and then you press against the paper and you hold it and you say, Peggy is great, Peggy is great, Peggy is great. She was the last person that commented. Hi, Peggy. But by doing that, it gives the photopolymer a chance to absorb into the paper because it takes a little longer than the red rubber. That being said, don't push too hard on these. If you find that your images get muddy or if they look like out of focus, it's probably because your hand is a little too heavy for these little fine fonts, but they're so cool to work with. So this is going to be my team meeting. And here's the dies that go with them, right? Oh, we've got ovals and scalloped ovals and inside scallops and like, can you just see some of this? It is, okay, hello. Look at how cool these are. And like you could layer them up. So imagine cutting out an oval and then having this going through it, like, and then maybe having a ribbon behind it. Just such a beautiful, but there's 100 different ways to use this and I can't wait to dive in. So that's next on my docket of design for this week because my meeting is Sunday and I'll want to get the packets out before the end of the week. But for my team, if you're listening, this is the one you want to get on your pre-order, the stamp set anyway. I do the die cutting for them just like we were in a class. And this month's team meeting just might be next month's workshop, so we'll have to see about that. Okay, so back to that paper that matches this bundle. Oh my gosh, and those dies. Here we go. Aren't they fun? Thanks, Peggy. Oh. So this design and this design look like the same thing. And one is that, I'm already forgetting the name of it. One is that new in color, that's like Pool Party, and the other one is Pretty in Pink. But together, they remind me of 1980. They are awesome. And, so this one does the same thing too. So this one is in that blue color and the Petunia Pop, and then this one is in the Peach Pie, but it's the same design. Isn't that cool? And you can decide what side you like. So if you're more of a blue person and you don't care for orange, you can use the blue side. Make sure you fill in Meg, Cheryl. Some people don't like orange at all. So, wow, this is just so pretty. This is Berry Burst, this color, and there's Pretty in Pink tones in there. And I've been seeing this in some of our designer papers where it looked Pretty in Pink before, and I wondered if it was coming back based on that, and I'm just so happy. Now, let me just see. I'm also seeing a little bit of Highland Heather in there. That's interesting. Okay. That looks like an Easter egg. So cool. So springy. And peach pie. So that is the Unbound Beauty stamp designer series paper, because the Unbound is one of those mega suites. So it comes with two different, there's Unbound Love, and then, let's see, there's Flowers of Beauty, and there's also dies that go with those. Let's see, this is Hearts and Hugs, Flowers of Beauty, here we go. So we'll just get these open now. Aren't they great? And you know, I just love every single one. There have been years where I wasn't sure about a color. Like there was a green from the one that's going out that I'm not a fan of. It's a little too bright for me, like 1970s. This is like the 80s, and I'm a fan, so. 1980 in colors. Hey, Robin. If you mean better late than never, that might be referring to me, my dear. I was a little bit later than normal, but I've been like trying to dig through all of this stuff that I got. So here's the other set. So there's one that's like all words and then labels that you can put the words on. And then there's one with all of this greenery and these beautiful flowers that layer up, and they're two-step stamps, just like the paper that we had. Let's see if I can find that pattern. It had all of that. Let's see. It's like meant to be married up. Look at how cool that is. So this is the first thing, like for my team meeting, what I'm going to focus on this week. Okie doke. Let's see. I lost the comments there for a second. I'm back. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So that is the Unbound Beauty Suite, and that's all available on pre-order for demonstrators. Just to see if I can help. I thought, because we didn't really get a list this year, but a fellow demonstrator created one. So I printed out the list to try and help my team a little bit. All right, so we've got those, or I can move over to the other side that we've already talked about them. I don't want to miss a thing here. And these we've already done, so we can move those over to the other side. Oh. So this is pretty cool. This is Take It to the Skies. They did demonstrations on this in Houston, and boy, it was absolutely beautiful. Let's dig in. All right, so if you're one for a screenshot, I'll come up close so you can see the colors in the designer paper, but we're gonna go quick. Boho Blue, Copper Clay, Mossy Meadow, Night of Navy, Smoky Slate. So this paper is pretty cool. All of these are tags. So if you cut this paper at 4 inches twice, you can cut this up and make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tags from one sheet, and you get 2. And then you have these images that you could layer and make a card lickety split. They're good for guy cards. They're good for any kind of adventure. I think graduation, you know, sky's the limit, those types of things. So here's the back side of it. So like a world map. Wouldn't that be a great scrapbook page? I just love it. Okay, so there's 2. This one's all plains, like the old-fashioned plains. Masculine patterns, great colors for guy cards. Oh, I'm so in love. Look at that. Woo! Guessing that, is that Night of Navy? Ooh, so pretty. Night of Navy and boho right there. More plains. So again, they did that twice. This one, the plains pattern is in the blue, and this one it's in the green. But let's say, for example, you're not a fan of green, you could use this side with the plains and have lots of different options. Ah! Mama, I love it. We got clouds. So cool. And then this is a great guy pattern on the back side of the clouds, but I don't know that I'll ever get to it because I love the clouds so much. And then here's your planes. I can't believe I just squealed like that on a live video. I'm not excited or anything. Okay, so that's the Take It to the Sky. Let me see if I can find the bundle that goes with that. Oh my gosh. Adventurous Sky is the name of the stamp set, and it features a whole bunch of very cool sentiments. Let's see. So when I put these away, I'll put the dies with the stamp set so that I don't lose them. Oh, that goes with a different one. Let's see. It's hard to just dig through like this. I feel like I'm, whoops, grasping at product here. Adventure Skies dies. So, well, it's nice to see what you're going to get before you jump in. I mean, I'm going to probably play with all of it. So don't go by me, but let's see. Look at this. So you've got the dies that are going to cut the plane out, and then the clouds, right? And then, so cool. There's one for this one too, I think. Let's see. Yep. Oh, and don't let that guy be left out. So there's one for him too. And then there's like a builder plane in here. There's his props. Oh my gosh. Isn't that cool? I just think it's awesome. So clouds, they all have their own little thing. So that's exciting. And I will get them on my little magnet sheets, but I'm literally just opening the box with you guys. So You're the Best, plain and simple. Ha, P-L-A-N-E. That's so funny. Happiest Father's Day, Flying By to Say Hi. Oh, and that's a nice looking happy birthday. I needed one of those yesterday. I send out birthday cards to everybody on my team, and I just got my March ones out yesterday. Isn't that crazy? But I'll be better equipped for April. Flying By to Say Hi. You Always Lift Me Up. Just great. I love it. Okay. So, we're done with that guy. Let's see what we haven't done yet. Countryside Birdhouses, Hearts and Hugs, Simply Said. Let's pull out the stamp sets and try and marry up the dies to go with. Thoughtful Wishes. These are ephemera packs. So they are going to match some brand new card bases that we have. If you're the type of person that doesn't have a lot of time and you just want to be able to toss cards together, this is your jam. They are beautiful. And actually, I didn't know we had sailboats. This might go good for the retreat coming up in June. Very exciting. See, I don't know what I want until I see it. And so getting these things in front of me makes me much more productive. Okay, so this is the Thoughtful Wishes dies. So this is the one here. I like that this has greenery, but also has sentiments. I appreciate you. You make life better. Thanks. Missing you. Thinking of you fondly. Dearest friend. And then you can layer them up with die cuts. So, you know, you can definitely cut these images out. But I like that they have all different kinds of layering options. So this one is very cool. A little outside my normal style. I tend to be clean and simple, but I think on a day when I'm feeling really artsy, I'm gonna love playing with those dies. I love that it has a little splatter in there too, and there might be a little heart looking one. I'm a sucker for a splatter. All right, so we got that one together. And they should just know that that's how I do it and pack the box accordingly. you know. So this Eyelet 3D embossing folder is smaller. It's just like the old ones, whereas the new ones are the ones that are like on crack. Sorry about my face. I was picking something up. Let's see, Seaside Wishes. Oh, there's so much love in this box. Okay, so this is a new ribbon option. Petal pink and white ribbon. And look at the detail in that. Oh, here, let's get in there. I often find during classes people don't know how to open these. And what I do is I pinch the end and slide it under the plastic and cut it that way. Takes me a second. I have to slow down, but I don't fight with it that way. But here we go. Let's see if we can show you with better detail. So there's the petal pink and white ribbon. Very, very pretty. It feels really soft, like it'll be easy to tie. I wonder, just for giggles, if it would tie double nice. So let's tie two together. Oh yeah, look at how pretty that is. And then you just separate. Now you could do this with any ribbon. You could do it with twine and put a couple of colors together. But the trick is when you're done, just to get in there and separate the loops so that you get all of the definition and all the colors. Really pretty. Oh, I just want to dig in and start creating. Look at how pretty. Oh, okay, I digress. Moving on. So here's some more of that ephemera stuff. We'll put that to the side and open it all together, like so that we have better look at it. The in color dots, I already showed you those. More ephemera. This stamp set, Under the Moon, which looks pretty cool. We were talking about the sample in the catalog last night. It was really strange. In the catalog, it says that you can stamp this night or day. I see nighttime here. Like, I would want to make this a moonscape with the silver lining of the clouds. So, I don't know. We'll see how I come up with it when I do decide to work with this, but that's how I imagine using it. Okay. We already looked at that paper because I opened it. This is Thoughtful Journey. This is a lot like those other landscape hand-painted scene DSPs, but let's take a look together and see what the patterns are. Okay, so that's the front. Oh, wow. That's the back. Good luck picking. That's the front. That's the back. Okay, so that one's more subtle. These almost feel like alcohol ink painted images, don't they? But, oh, look, this almost connects. Oof, ayaka. So that's the front, that's the back. Front, back. So dreamy and beautiful. Front, back. Oh, it's not often that I'm speechless, but these are just so beautiful. They're going to be a lot of fun to work with. Oh, I need a fairy to jump out of that with glitter. I'm just saying. Gorgeousness. Wow. That's the back. That looks like a frozen something or other. Here we go. Front and back. Wow. I love that. Those are like the colors I'm working with this week. I've been working with that lilac, perennial lilac paper, perennial lavender. So pretty. Wow. Pretty peacock. Gorgeousness. So these will be awfully fun to play with. My goodness. Okay. Who remembers Lovely as a Tree? You guys remember that stamp set? This reminds me so much of Lovely as a Tree, but one thing about Lovely as a Tree, they didn't have dies. This one is Loveliest Tree, so I'm guessing it is Lovely as a Tree's cousin. But it has birthday, yay, it has congratulations, thank you, and sympathy. I would say that those are the 4 most requested sentiments that we get as demonstrators. Like, it would be a good all-around set to have in your collection, in that, like, basically you can make a card for almost anything less than, you know, minus Merry Christmas. But, oh, it goes that way, silly. So there's that. And then, oh, there's a little die for this. Oh, and you know, having one of these on hand is always cool because, you know, Halloween. But these leaves, you could almost build a tree. So you got a tree builder here, which is pretty darn cool. And then falling leaves that you could use as sentiment or accents or whatever. So I'm very happy with that. Here, I'm just peeling this off and getting rid of that because I know that I'll do it later. Why not do it now, right? Ta-da. But I think that this Loveliest Tree is going to be one of those staple sets that I think everybody will want to have in their collection. Yeah, you know, Anne, I think it was my first set too. That's funny. I might even still have it. It was wood mount, so this is not. It says red rubber, but it's for your clear blocks. I think it'll be a popular one for sure. Okay, what do we have next? Hearts and Hugs. I saw him under here. Where'd you go? Ay. Ah, there he is. There was a Canadian demonstrator from, well, I don't know what part of Canada she's from. She's a friend of mine, Michelle. And she presented this at the Houston onstage, and her presentation was absolutely fabulous. And I loved her projects, and I'm feeling very inspired that I would like to use this one, like, close to the beginning. It has dies to cut out all of these images, which is pretty cool, as well as long banners. So you could... Trish, if you're still here, we've done this, where you cut out a long banner, and let's say you want it to say thanks, you can score twice on the edges and make it smaller and have it stick out, or have a layered banner. But it covers all of these, and you can have whatever size you want, which is cool, with the one big long die. And there is a mouse one. And then there's these flowers, but there's like 4 of them, and then there's hearts, so you can do... Oh my gosh, look at, you can put the hearts over his head. Ah, so fun. So that's the Hearts and Hugs bundle that we can pre-order today. And like if you were on stage, you might already have some of this stuff, but I'm a visual person, so I know what I want when I see it. So I thought it might be helpful to come live to you today. Okay. Moving right along. I had fun. I don't know if you can tell. This is one of those simple sets that they say in the beginning of the book that everybody who is a starter person could have, because it has birthday, it has thanks, hello, just a note, miss you, celebrate. It's got like all kinds of simple sayings, and this would be good for hashtag simple stamping. Love it. This I have not looked at yet, but in the catalog, they were showing pictures, and I can't show you, of course, of a reversible stamp, but this must not be it, because I was dying to break into this and see if it was the one that you can reverse to make your sand dollars, but I love the beach and I love everything summertime. So this is going to be probably one of my favorites, I think. Hang on, let's get into this. This is a hybrid embossing folder. And in the past, what that has meant, because again, this is my first time looking at it, and I don't even think they presented this at convention, so I'm excited to dig in. Oh, I get to open up another thing. I get to hurry up and wait. So to start, it's a 3D embossing folder, okay? So you got the embossing folder here, okay? And this is the design here. It might be easier if I put it down so you can see it through the Stampin' mat. And then it typically will have dies that you can put inside the embossing folder. So there's a couple of things you can do with it. You can just run it through straight and emboss it and cut it at the same time. Or you can add ink to it, put your paper down, and then ink it, emboss it, and cut it at the same time, which is pretty cool. But here's that main image, the main piece that fits inside here. So let me see if I can do this right. Must go the other way. So it must go on this side. So it goes on the side with the line. Nope, not yet. So now I can put my paper against it, and when I put my paper in, not only will it cut, but it'll cut and emboss at the same time with the images. So it'll pop out those 3 images. It will also leave holes there, so you can use the negative side to put paper up behind. So I'm digging this, and I really want to play with this and get using it. It might be a retreat thing. I haven't decided yet, of course, but I have to play with stuff before I will know for sure. But let's just get that all together so that I don't lose anything, because I'm good like that. Lose that one die. Oof. All right, my embossing folder isn't going to fit in the... But they go together like peanut butter and jelly. Country Bird House. Let's take a look at the dies. Hoping you have the best day ever. When I was in art school, I designed a font that every, and I drew it, and every different letter of the alphabet was its own birdhouse. And so you could mix and match the birdhouses to spell things out. Here we go. The big reveal, Country Bird House. So it's got something you can hang a ribbon from. It's got extra pieces to frame the top of the house. Of course, it's got the main image to cut out the bird and the house. Look at how cute that is. It also has the circle to cut out the middle and the little dot. Wow. So this is going to be a lot of fun to play with. And it's got little splatters. Hello, friend. Happy birthday. So some really sweet and simple messages. And a flower. Wow. I'm loving it. I need more time so I can play with all of these things. Anybody else feel that way? They need more time in their day so they can craft more. Okay, so that's my Country Bird House. All right. I've been hearing about this. So this is the Memories and More card pack. And I've been told that they changed them a little bit. So let's see what's different. We are, as a company, I've been told, taking, we're going to be taking a turn towards more memory keeping, which I'm very excited about. At one time, memory keeping or scrapbooking was 2/3 of my business. I had 1 card club and 2 scrapbook clubs. Yes, Carol, we all need more time to play. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. This one goes with that that Unbounded Beauty. Wow, that's cool. I recognize the designer paper right away. Okay, so let's go this way so we can have a little more room. So thank you so very much. And there's the back. So these you can take, and this is 3x4, and layer them like that. Isn't that cool? Or you can pick a different one and layer that way so that you can have 2 thank you cards. But you get 2 of each of the patterns. Okay. I love Memories and More. Today was a good day. Yes, it was. I got my pre-order. XOXO, hugs and kisses. And that goes with those die cut frames. Oh, be still my heart. I love it. Oh my goodness. All right, so that's the front, that's the back. Again, like, so easy. And then you would just, you can cut a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 to layer onto this, and then layer it on a card base, and you're just about there. These are great for simple stamping. I like these, boy. I like that line. It's kind of inspiring to like look at. I'm like, oh, I wonder how I could do that when I'm designing, because I'm going to design with this like in the next day or so. Lots of inspiration there. And you could stamp something simple here. This could be a quick and easy happy birthday card. Together. I love this. And I love how there's a spot to stamp on them. That's a thing. That's a thing. I know what you're saying, Robin. Robin can't wait to put her pre-order in. I'm with you. Well, if you are placing a pre-order, at the beginning of this video, I talked about that we're going to do what we're going to do for the team meeting. So there is one stamp set that we're using for that. Okay, so that's the 3x4 cards. And here's the 4x6 of this. Ah, how cool. So happy birthday. Now these layer perfectly onto the Memories and More cards and envelopes. Here's to another year. I love it. These are so pretty. Look at that. Can you see just fussy cutting that out and putting it on a card and calling it a day? And if that's not your jam, you can take this and cut it at 3 and then have 2 pieces to put at the base of a card base. I love that. I love us. I would say that about my team. I would say that about my husband and I. I love us. I have so many great stamping friends that I have met because of my business, and I'm so grateful. All right, moving on. I don't want to make it weird. Ribbons. You guys already saw the in color, so I don't need to go through them, but they're so pretty. My goodness, that's that new basic beige in the middle of all of those cool colors. Okay, these are the ones I was looking for, the basic gray and smoky slate pearls. I haven't looked at these yet, but they're gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I'm a sucker for pearls. They have that pearlescent like finish, and they come in like, I would say, smoky slate, basic gray, and gray granite, so that you have all of the grays that we cover in here. Wow, they are beautiful. Whew. Never know, that might be prize patrol at the team meeting. I know, it's different to see it, Robin. I can so relate to that. Oh, what have we here? Whew. This is the new 2024 to 2026 in color glimmer paper. Oh, let's see what we have here. It's a new friend. I need a week or more off work to just craft. Well, Cheryl, we got that. In June, we have the midweek retreat. We will be Monday through Thursday crafting up in Kennebunk, Maine. These are so cool. Oh my gosh. This is like the green I want to see opposite Ruby Slippers. It is so cool. The Shamrock Green. Oh my gosh. I'm in love. If they are poking you in the eye, that's a good thing because it does that in real life too. They are stunning. And I'm so happy with them. Oh my gosh. Here's that Summer Splash. Oh my goodness. And then Pretty in Pink Glimmer Paper. Okay. Can you say back order? I bet these will be out of stock any minute. Holy smokes. Those are so pretty. I know, the ribbons are beautiful too. All right, so let's see what else we have in the box. Oh, I haven't looked at any of this, by the way. So this is me being curious too. This is Thoughtful Designs, and it says Cajun Craze, Calypso Coral, Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, Mossy Meadow, Petunia Pop, Pretty Peacock, and Wild Wheat. Wild Wheat. That's what my friends and I call it. It's like wheat thins. Wild Wheat. Let's see what we got. Wow. So this is like an iridescent, it's not sparkly, but it's got a beautiful shimmer to it. So that's the first pattern. Oh, look at this. I would say it goes from Petunia Pop to Misty Moonlight. It is. Oh. A scrapbook waiting to happen. Yowza. These are so pretty. They almost look like they've been hit with the blending brush, but it's done for you. So all the colors are in there, but wow. It is gorgeousness. This just is like the beach at dusk. Yowzer. I'm in love. So that's the Thoughtful Designs 12 by 12, and that's 163317 for my team members that are watching. And for anybody who's a demonstrator, we have a team meeting Sunday. I really look forward to them so much. Look at this, the blue and the gray together. Oh. At two. Okay, let's see. I'm getting down to the bottom here. It's happening. I'm almost done. What's this? Textured Metallic 12 by 12. So it comes in bright copper, gold, and... Alright, you're going to have to tell me that name. Tungstn. I don't know how to say it, so I'm not going to try. Better than saying it wrong, right? But let's just see what it is. So, bright copper, gold, and tungsten. Tungsten? Ooh. I'm going to call that like purplish gray. So it's like a gray, but it's got a purple tone to it. Wow. Those are beautiful. And they do have a little bit of texture to them. They're like, I can't describe the texture though. It's almost like the string that comes off the PLA. Like can you hear it? It's pretty cool. Wow. That'll be fun to work with. I wonder how it will emboss. We will find out. Don't worry, it won't be long. I'll be running those things through. Oh, here's another Memories and More. So the Memories and More don't have the sticker packs, it looks like. They're a little bit different to the ones that we had before. But they still have the 3x4 and the 4x6 cards. I love using Memories and More card packs, especially in larger classes. So sometimes we play bingo, Stampin' Bingo with 30 or 40 people at retreat. It's the way we kick off the weekend. And we use these because there's no line for waiting for 30 people or 40 people to go stamp a project, you know. But let's see what these look like. Celebrate Today. Whoa. I like that. Okay, and there's the front. That's like the other paper, that 6x6 paper. So this must match that. Sweet. Thanks so very much. So this would be a great sentiment, and even if we could punch it out, you know. Stamp right on the. So pretty. The sky is the limit. I just want to put Stella on this. Anybody else? Oh my gosh, I want those trees to sparkle. I have a Stella addiction. Oh, life is an adventure. I wasn't showing you the back. My fault. I'm not getting tired. Sending all my love. Oh, it's the best. You know, I've been using this saying, or off of the saying. It's either love you lots or sending all my love, because there's so much going on in the world this week. In my world, there's a lot of people that are struggling. So prayers to all of them. They know who they are. So happy birthday. This you can layer on a regular card front if you cut it down on both sides so that it measures 5 1/4, and run a ribbon and you're good to go. 5 1/4 to already be 4. And that's the back side if this is not your jam, because it does have orange in it. All I can think of is that Meg with the color orange. And then making memories. This is beautiful. Oh my gosh, this would be perfect for a scrapbook page for our week-long retreat in Maine. We usually do some sort of group activity, plus we do classes that are not just stamping. We're going to have lip balm class this year, Treasured Memories. So we'll be sure to take pictures during that, because we always have a fun time when we're together. Thinking of you today. Again, beautiful. Just so simple. You could cut it down and layer it on a card, or you could layer it on the Memories and More cards, the 4x6 ones, as is. The best day ever is what it says in the background here. Oh, and there's that. It looks like that other package with the shimmer paper. Beautiful. I like it. Some of it's a little less overwhelming. Some of the Memories and More had so much, you felt like you could, and they weren't expensive. They're like 10 or 11 bucks, but you felt like you couldn't use the whole pack. This feels a little less overwhelming. Does it say how many? It says 28 cards in it. Pretty cool. Those are really good for beginners. Okay, some more pearls. Some more Memories and More. All right. I am at the bottom of my pile, but there's a couple more things I want to show you. So these are note cards and envelopes. How many people love cutting their own paper? Raise your hand. If you don't like to cut your own paper, these are options for you to have pre-cut cards and envelopes ready to go. And they come in 2 different color schemes. So let's see. This one is Azure Afternoon. I've been told that I don't say that one right, but whatever. Balmy Blue, Bubble Bath, Copper Clay, Crushed Curry, Garden Green, Grainy Apple Green, Petunia Pop, Pumpkin Pie, and Shy Shamrock. So let's dig into that one first. Now, I like that you can look and see, for example, the Something for Everyone ephemera pack matches the Sunny Springs cards and envelopes. So they have the same colors in them. Azure Afternoon, Balmy Blue, Bubble Bath. This one has Crushed Curry. This one doesn't. Oh, no, it does. Okay. Flirty Flamingo is not in here. But I think that these are intended to go together. So this is like, hello, note to self. When we were at Onstage, one of the things that they did for us was they gave us a card pack to make a card, but I think what they did was they gave us the cards for one and the ephemera pack for the other. So none of the colors matched up. And I gotta tell you, that's the Stampin' Up! Difference. That's the whole reason that I love Stampin' Up! I don't have to hunt for hours to find the right color ribbon, because if I want Shy Shamrock ribbon, hello, it's here and it matches and it's easy to find what I need and I know what colors are in it, okay? So this is that color scheme here. And there's, let's see, 3, 4, 5, okay? So for this color scheme, and of course, they're not all matching each other, but that's okay. You have an envelope to go with. So here we go. We got this one goes with this one. This one goes with this one. This looks like tiger print. Anybody got a little kitty that looks like a tiger kitty? That would be really cute. This one goes with the azure that I say wrong. I need to get over it. If you don't like the way I say azure, change the channel. So funny. This one goes with this one. So the other thing about these envelopes is you could so cut them up and turn them into cards too. Like the design goes all the way to the bottom and there's design on the front of this. So you choose how you use them, right? You could have more designer paper out of them. But I do love that the card bases are done. And it's always easy to just buy a pack of envelopes, right? If you do decide to cut them up. So that's the 5 in this pack. Then the embellishments or the ephemera pack that goes with it. Here, let me cut this side so I don't damage the ephemera. Are intended to go with this suite. So here, I should probably save that, but I'll just put them together when I put them away. So check it out. That blue matches. So when we were at Onstage, the ephemera pack that we got was for the other one, and we were all gemmed up because we're like, okay, none of these colors match. But see, that sailboat matches that green. And there's, let's see, 1, 2 sheets of those. And there's a little fish. Oh my gosh. Remember that fish that talks? You could do like a Father's Day card, like the one that, you know, sings that song. Do you guys remember that? It's funny. I'm such a goof. This one matches this and this. And the bird matches up here. And blueberries for the azure. And green feathers is this green. So there's all kinds of possibilities with your card bases here. So in my opinion, if I were going to order these again, I would order 1 ephemera pack and a few packages of cards to match. Because then you'd have enough supplies to kind of keep going and make more cards. Because there's only five card bases in a package here. Oh, look at the little kitty with the birthday hat. I can't even. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and see, like, these fit way better with some of the floral. Look at that. So you could do this with that. And you'd want to have some layers, maybe some white layers to break up the pattern because it is a bit bright. The other thing you could do is you could cut the cards down and use these as designer paper to, absolutely, it would be cute with the Hearts and Hugs set. I agree, Robin. But like these are just like jumping off point for busy people that don't have the time to do like the fancy stuff. Look at how pretty. So that it's a dead match. So when you're marrying those up, it's good to know that you have the right ones together. Okay, so let's go back. I'm going to put them away all together so I remember what I'm doing here. Let's dig into one of the other ones. So this is that one. So this one has basic beige, basic black, basic gray, misty moonlight, pool party, and wild wheat. This one has Azure Afternoon Balmy Blue. So this is the one, was this the one we just broke into? No. But this has all the colors, the fully flowering has all of the colors that are in this envelope pack. So I'm gonna stay away from that for a minute and come back over here and say, okay, what's in here? Azure Afternoon Balmy Blue Basic Beige, Basic Black, Copper Clay, Crushed Curry. This has way more colors, but let's see if we can find a few matches. Misty Moonlight? Nope. Pool Party? Nope. Wild Wheat? Yes. So this only has a couple of the colors, but these are all sentiments. So Saying Something, ephemera pack. Let's just open it up and see what we've got. Oh yeah, this will be a good one, Jill, especially if you are a demo and you don't know quite what you'd like to order. You'll be able to see. I just went through and opened everything. Like there's nothing earth-shattering here, like no new techniques, but seeing the product makes such a difference. Okay, so this one, so this is all ephemera and it comes apart, so it's cut. I wonder if it's adhesive. Nope. Is there? Nope. Oh, no adhesive, but there's two there. So you get two of those. Wow. Look at this. Talk about retreat bingo. They won't need sentiments. They can pop them out and stick them on. Wow. Hip, hip, hooray. Oh, hey, congrats. Good luck. I love that the good luck is in that color green. Oh my gosh. Birthday wishes. Congrats today. Celebrate today. Let's see what else we have. Friend, love you, happy, hello, hey, ahoy, howdy. Beautiful, thanks, and for you. And again, all of these, there's 2 sheets. It's crazy. Wow. This would be an awesome bingo class. You know, it blows my mind how many cards you'd be able to make. Happy birthday, hello, you're awesome, thanks. Thanks, friend. You're the icing on the cake. Even like, you can see how that would layer up with love you. Oh. All my love, thanks to you, all the best. The world needs more people like you. Oh, these are great. And there's 2 of each. My goodness. This would be like a marathon card making event. Imagine how many cards you could get out of that. Oh, it is so on. I'm so excited seeing all the new product. Yay. Okay. So those are all the sentiments, and that's the Saying Something ephemera. And these are Calming Creek cards. So they're like all neutrals. Basic gray, basic black, basic gray, Misty Moonlight, Pool Party, and Wild Wheat. All right. Yowzer. So that was quite a bit. Phew, I'm tired. What do you say we color for a few minutes? When I go to my team's retreats, and sometimes I do, like I have a few team members out of state that once in a while they will hold a retreat and I will go to them. And I know that I'm going to be crafting. A lot of times I'm afraid to go on a plane with a lot of, you know, materials and think about having to bring it home, right? So I typically will bring something to watercolor and I'll bring markers. So before I jumped on today, I'm playing with this Garden Meadow stamp set right now. And it's potentially going to be my stamp club projects for next month. I did design already with it here. It's a pinwheel card, so they'll be doing a pinwheel card. Can't imagine having a better friend. Can you? Stamping friends are the best. All right. So, let's see if, oh yay, I put the stamps back in the case. You know, these little things that we can be joyful of. So this eye block is going out. and so is the little A and the little G blocks. The G block are the little skinny blocks that have the long phrases. So if you are looking for them, you might want to grab them before they're out. Someone did say last night that they tried to order an A block and it was already gone. So I hope that that's not the case, but unfortunately, when they tell you that things are going out, they sell out pretty quick. All right, so I cut this out of the Garden Meadow dies. They have this cool trellis, and I've only seen it go in this way, but today I really feel like doing some watercoloring, so I was talking to my friend Robin, something unrelated, and she was asking me about something, and I said, oh, you know, when I travel and I don't have, and I have limited supplies, I travel with my markers, maybe one stamp set, and then I sit and color. Boy, I could really use my glasses. Just saying. So I'm just going to stamp this. First time I'm putting ink on this one. Oh, so pretty. And I started with that designer series paper, the one with all the purples in it. It's got a bunch of colors though. It's got all of these. And it has Blackberry Bliss, but I couldn't find my marker. So that's a lot of colors in a designer paper, right? But they're all sort of in the same area, right? So this is Pool Party and Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock, and those are all like the same blue in one, you know, in dark to light. And then Starry Sky and Orchid Oasis is going out, but the designer paper didn't retire, so that's staying. That's exciting. And then Gorgeous Grape and Blackberry Bliss, and then there's a shade Spruce for the, you know, bright greens. So I was thinking maybe we would do a little watercolor. Now, Robin said that she's never used Stella to watercolor, and I'm like, oh, it's so fun, because you could essentially use a blender pen, but you wouldn't get the sparkle, and I love sparkle. So I'm going to start and scribble on my glass mat. I did this one time, and I left it for 3 days, and I came back and just wiped it up. So if you have a glass mat or even one of those giant big glass blocks, you can do that on that and then clean it up a couple days later, and it's going to be okay. So I'm going to start with this little tiny image because there's a lot of detail in here, and I'm going to take my time and paint the green leaves first. So I'll go through and see what I can find for all the green leaves. It looks like it's going to be ridiculous to color, but when you get in there, it's like, oh, it's not too bad. So there's one. So I don't know if you noticed what I did, but I took concentrated color for the middle, and now I'm kind of just using what's left to blend the color. So I'm blending it out with the Stella brush, and it's nice and fluid right now, which is nice. If you don't have enough Stella on your brush, this technique is frustrating at best. Once I get all of that in there, I'm going to pick up more straight color, and I'm going to go back to where the artist made the lines and give a little more definition. Wherever the artist drew a line, you can put darker color over that and feel confident that your image is going to look pretty when you come back from your watercoloring piece. I know, it's tiny little detail. I feel like I need glasses. But here, check it out. I'll come up close so you can see. So that's all my green. Okay. So while I'm doing that, you tell me what you'd like to see for the color. Do you want, this is Orchid Oasis. Here's a little bit of Starry Sky. Or do you think that you'd rather see these three, which are Pretty Peacock, Lost Lagoon, and Pool Party. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Oh, and while we're at it, might as well throw some grape on here. We got all of our colors on the palette now. And look, see, I use these colors to watercolor all the time, but you can color, you know, from anywhere. I've done this on the side of a takeout container and thrown it away. A paper plate, anything works. So don't feel like you need to. So while you guys are picking the color, I'm gonna finish doing my shaded spruce leaves. So you tell me if you want to use this blue color palette or if you want to use like the other blue palette, the Pretty Peacock palette. So we'll say Orchid or Peacock. And I'm going to go in and give a little bit more definition to those leaves with my Stella brush. Orchid. Jill says orchid. Done. Okay. So it's also good when you're doing a technique like this to have a scratch paper. So I'm just going to use this envelope that came in the mail, and I'm going to get the remaining green off of my brush. And then I'll go in with the Orchid Oasis. And it is a little dry right this second, so you can always add Stella, but do that over your palette. Don't do it over your project, or you could have a whoops. I forget who posted it in club one time that said, when Selene said not to do it over your project, that's exactly what I did, and I wrecked my project, and she showed a picture of it. So funny. So this is just soft color. This is Orchid Oasis, and I am taking my Stella, which I blended down with the Stella, like, so it's not the exact color. And I am just adding until I run out of color, and then I'll refresh that color a little bit. I'll go in with the duo, and the duo for this is Starry Sky. It's the darker of that color, and I'm gonna pick a side and add some accents. So if I were going to add accents to this side, I'm going to say I'm going to do it on this side and the bottom. So right now that one's missing, neglecting my orchid there. So I've got two colors on here so far. Well, three really, Starry Sky and Orchid. And then I have the green. The name just escaped me, just like that. Shaded Spruce went right out of my head, you know. In the designer paper, there's also a crumb cake. So I'm thinking maybe I should get up and grab the crumb cake. But I want to add these darker flowers up here and kind of get them blending. Okay, and this is just plain Stella and markers. You can use ink pads. You can use any water-based ink for this. Okay, so, and you see me just naturally sponging off on my glass mat, but you can do it on paper too. So there's that. Okay, so I think I want crumb cake for the basket, right? So let me grab that. And maybe a black marker. Let's see. Basic black dark, crumb cake. There's really no messing up on these. It's so fun to just play. All right, so I'm gonna put my crumb cake over here. And what I happened to grab was a blends marker for the black. There's no right or wrong. I just want to make sure that my wheel is black, so I'm gonna fill that in. When you're coloring with blends markers, they're alcohol based and they tend to spread a little bit. So I add a little bit of color and then fill it in, but I go around the edges first to try and make sure that it doesn't bleed into the edge of the I kind of wait for it to bleed in. And it's good if you're coloring with a blend to put it on something. So I'll put it on that envelope just to give it, so it doesn't bleed into my mat underneath. So I'm going around the edge and then just filling in. Now, if I wanted to make a highlight on this, I would, but for this case, I think I'm just gonna fill it in, and I'll use the brush tip for that. Okay. So this is an alcohol-based medium. And it's kind of cool because we won't have any Stella on the wheel, so it won't be shiny, which is fine because it's a wheel. Those get a little dirty, right? Okay. Here we go. So again, I'm gonna brush off on my scrap paper to make sure that there's no blue left in my brush, and then I'm gonna pick up a good amount of that crumb cake, and I'm gonna start by filling in the bottom kind of dark, and then we'll get lighter as we go. So the brush will run out of ink. I'll pick up a little bit more, but when I go back to pick up, I'm not gonna go in the dark section, I'm gonna go in a medium section and go like here. So there's that. And I'm gonna blend until I don't see any lines because I want my little gold wheelbarrow to be, to look more real. And I'm gonna have it darker on this side. So I can keep adding color until I like it, but I don't wanna go too crazy because I would like some highlights there, okay? And I like the black accents so much, I'm thinking maybe I should take that blends marker and come in and just fill in that line. Okay, and then we'll make the handle black too. So we get a few things that are black. True watercolor, Jolene, is about a wash of color. So we're watercoloring with Stella right now, but I'll show you the wash part at the end, like to get like a little background on there. Now I'm gonna fill in with the lightest color of that orchid to finish in between because I don't want it to look splotchy, right? Okay, so here we go. And then I missed a leaf over here. So we'll go back to the shaded spruce. That's the nice thing about having the palette right in front of you. You can switch between colors whenever you need it. And then go back. This is fun to do. It's fun to show. And you know what? It's one of the things I like to do when I'm just crafting for me. I love to just sit and color. All right, what color do you think we should do the accents? Should we go back to the crumb cake or should we do a gray? You tell me. I'm gonna bring it a little closer so you can get a good look at it. And I'll wait for you to let me know what you think. Should we go crumb cake or should we go like with a gray? It's pretty so far, huh? Yeah, coloring is super, super relaxing. What do you guys think? Looks like I missed a spot on the corner there. I didn't see it till I blew it up and put it under the camera. It's funny. Gray, okay. Let me grab a gray. So it's gonna come out more silvery. I love a good smoky slate under an image, okay? So what do I mean by that? Well, when I'm done coloring, there's going to be, here, let's go this way. Oop, I went right into the blue. There's going to be some areas underneath where in real life it would cast a shadow, right? So I'm going to start here with the gray a little bit. I love me some smoky slate background. And here, let's fix in here too. We'll make it dark in there. So now it's looking more like a, you know, a real thing. Okay. So this is really dark, so you have control over how much ink you put on your brush, whereas underneath it's just like ground. So I can make it gray, I can make it crumb cake, I can add, like, you know, even a darker color like a pecan, but we'll just pick this up as is and make it nice and dark to start. Okay. And then, again, it's hard to see because, like, how much paint you have on the brush, because you don't want to, like, make it so dark. You want it to be a little lighter, but you can draw, like, a little line and pull down. So, draw a line, pull down. Draw a line, pull down. So my line is in the same spot. And the line can come out a little bit by itself, hang out there, and then you can bring that down. And if this were sitting there in real life, this would cast a shadow, right? So we'll put a little extra there. So now it really feels like it's sitting there, right? Except for that one little glob, I put a little extra. It happens. It's got dirt on it, it's fine. Glittery dirt. Oh my gosh. So that line is coming straight across. That's the horizon line. So if you wonder what a horizon line is, you might be sitting in a room. If you look across the room to the edge where the wall meets the floor, that's your horizon line. But that's how you make it look like it's sitting there, like it weighs something. Wow. That's pretty, huh? Whoo. All right. So let's take a look at what we did so far. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh. Doesn't really need much beyond that, huh? Oh, maybe a sentiment? I don't know. This feels like a hello card. What do you guys think? You tell me. We'll go either because of where it will fit, right? I'll put the hello here, or if we did happy birthday, we could probably put it up top. What do you prefer? Hello or happy birthday? I'll get them on stamps blocks while I'm waiting for you. Hello? Okay. Hello it is. Good stuff. All right, here's a hello. Hello. It could be the Adele card. Hello. Can you hear me? It's funny to see this not like a trellis, because like I said, it's usually like this and you've got a scene coming out of it. But our wheelbarrow is so big, I wanted to go the other way with this. I haven't seen it done that way yet. If you love this stamp set and bundle, this is going to be the stamp set that I used for my stamp club this month. I'm wondering if maybe this should even be one of the cards. It's so pretty. Hello. That's stunning. And so fun. Thanks for hanging out with me while we created that. Okay, so next we need to actually put it on a card, right? So why don't I clean up some of my ink splatter here. Hang on one second. We'll get the cleaner, or I could probably just, you know what? I'll just move the glass mat and we'll clean that later. That way you're not waiting for me. We can bring in the paper trimmer. I have all of that product sitting right beside me, so it's like crazy in here. Let's see. How about this is thick basic white. Here's our image again, so you can see it. I am so relaxed right now. I can't even tell you. I'm so happy. So thanks for hanging out with me. I love to color. It's one of my favorite things to do. So 5.5, we're going to score this card base. This is thick whisper, or thick basic white. It used to be called whisper white. Now we're basic white. We changed paper manufacturers. Paper is going up in the new catalog by quite a bit, so you should, if there's anything you need, you should kind of look through your paper stack. Envelopes is also going up. So, gorgeousness. Okay, so we got this. We got 2 card bases, and we're going that way with them. And I did score them, but they're like really happy because we just did it. So let's score a bit. Get them to sit down a little bit. Okay, now I've got designer paper that matches this. And it matches my club this month. I also have the embellishments that they're gonna get. Aren't those great? Oh, and I have this. Jeez, maybe I should make the base out of this. Whoo, look at that. Oh, pop. Right? My goodness. I might have just changed my mind. Well, let's go in and find the designer paper first. So I have a whole bunch of this amazing designer paper that matches, right? You see this coming together. And patterns upon patterns of love. This one in particular strikes me as matching this one really well. Okay, so perhaps we should go with this base instead. So you tell me, do you want to do the blue or the white base? And while you do that, I'll cut a blue base and then we can try it all out. I love to spoil you, Dobberdo. That's one of my favorite things. Okay, so here is scored in half, cut in half. We got orchid, an orchid layer here. Blue. I hear ya. Ooh. So look at one side was slightly longer than the other, so this is now my card front. All right. How about if we cut this down to 5.5? Or you know what, even better, let's go this way first. We'll cut this to 2. Five and a half. Ooh, so many cool colors in there. This is so pretty. It's like eye candy. Okay, so we have this coming in. So this is just a layer right on the front of my card. It's real simple, but sometimes simple is best, huh? And it was a little longer, so I can go this way and always give it a trim at the end. Yeah, that's perfect. We'll go that way. And then this, I think it needs something. Maybe we could slide this up and put that in the middle. It's very simple. What else does it need? What do you guys think? It's like, maybe I should have put it on the purple. But we colored it in the blue. It's so funny how, like, maybe it needs a purple layer. You want to do that? So this is a Gorgeous Grape. The color is also in the designer paper. My score blade just came popping out at me. There we go. All back in. So let's cut it to 5 1/4 by 4, and we'll see if we should layer that on, or maybe even, I don't know, maybe even the same color. That'll bring in the grape that's in the designer paper. So let's see about that. So here's that. On that. And it's still bugging me that that side's longer, so we'll go this way. I'll tuck that back in. Ooh, I don't know if I like that as much. But maybe we could, what if we did this? So go back to the white for the base, because the purple and the orchid was kind of clashing there. What do you think about that? With the purple, the white base. Okay, so that's where we're going on the fly. I love it. And let's grab my Seal Plus. And we'll attach that. So I don't know, Jill, do you think that should be a card for club? And Robin, our club members here, you tell me that you love it for club. Maybe we'll make this one of the designs. And of course, they would you just have to watercolor with whatever colors you have that match the designer paper, but they could all look different, which is actually pretty exciting. Do you do this? I like to use every last bit, and I'm down on like, I don't know, 5 or 6 of these. I don't know why they get tossed in the drawer, but I found them today. They were like gold, so I've been using them all day on different projects. Okay, so you guys like this for club. All right, I got you. We'll do a quick, so that it will go with the other card we have designed for club, which is this one. I'm digging it. Do you know there's a direct correlation in how much I love somebody and how many dimensionals I use? And I don't even know who this card is for, but apparently I just love everybody. Oh, I missed a spot. I do like it with the white base. Well, I think it pulls the white in the flowers out. So I'm not gonna have these all over my house. I only need to pull like the edge, like a few on the edges, maybe like 4 or 5, and that'll be enough just to stick it. But we have all of that support under that big die cut. How fun. So there's that. And I do love seeing that trellis going the other way. Like, I don't know, it's funny how now what to do. Here, I'll put it on there so we can see. Maybe maybe just a couple little ones in the corner. Simple and pretty. All right, so that's card number 2 for club. The first one is going to be this pinwheel card, and if you don't know how to make a pinwheel card, you can look. We had that a couple weeks ago, and this is just another variation of it. So, yeah, I can't imagine having better friends than you. Do you know that every time I put a dimensional on, I can. You can never have too much support. It's so important. Here, I'll give you a closer look at that image again. I really enjoyed watercoloring it, and I hope you see all the shimmer and sparkle on there. Happiness is wink of watercolor. So anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I didn't actually turn the camera at all today. Hang on, I actually dressed a little to say hello. So I'm crooked. It's all right. Doesn't matter. I don't have my stand set up. So funny. See what my friend made me? Isn't that cute? It's got real peeps on it. So anyway, I love you guys very much. And I will see you guys next week, Tuesday, 3 o'clock. And watch for club. We will have the club announcements on what's coming out fairly soon. But we know what stamp set we're using. So talk to you guys soon. Bye.